Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is ECW. We've made it. It's the show of the week again. I know we've been waiting so long for this one, and I know you have a smile on your face right now as you see ECW on your screen. We are here tonight in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, as we get on the road to the Royal Rumble. Last week, of course, was another big episode for ECW, and of course, with the big story around ECW right now is the fatal four-way match for the ECW Championship at the Royal Rumble. And that is something that we are going to talk about here tonight, because that main event, as you see right there, AJ Styles and Seth Rollins one-on-one. Styles said he wanted Rollins, and well, Rollins was more than accepting of the challenge after being laid out by the phenomenal one last week in the ring. These two incredible athletes will meet in the main event tonight to try and gear each other up as they come to the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins in a precarious predicament as three people breathe down his neck for that ECW Championship. Can he show everyone that he is still on top and that he is still a supreme champion of ECW and the champion of this universe as a whole by overcoming the phenomenal one? We'll find out here tonight. We got a great night of action for you, but before we get to any of that, we're going to start things off by hearing from the Cruiserweight champion. That's right, we'll start off ECW with Neville. And here he is, the Cruiserweight champion himself. Neville heads towards the ring here, and 2 weeks from now he will be facing Austin Aries for that Cruiserweight championship of his. And we will see if he will be able to walk out of that night still the Cruiserweight champion. He of course had his part to play in his defeat last week in that tag team matchup, walked out on Hideo Itami in that tag team matchup, left him be in the ring, and now Neville here tonight, maybe explaining his actions and maybe trying to get across why he is the king of the Cruiserweights and why Aries stands very little chance of walking out with that title in 2 weeks. And that is, well, he'll kick things off by talking about why he left Itami. Simply put, he does not believe he should be sharing the ring and should have someone on his side as defeatist, as useless as Hideo Itami. Neville has stood alone this entire time and has no intentions of doing anything but that. But while that's out of the way, Neville focusing now on Austin Aries. Aries wants to go around saying that the greatest of all, that the greatest man that ever lived is better than a king. Have you not seen the king that Neville has proclaimed himself to be and shown himself to be this entire time in the Cruiserweight division? Well, if that's not the case, then Neville will give him a perfect demonstration next week, because next week he'd like to destroy Hideo Itami once and for all, and then the week after that he will take it to Austin Aries, retain his Cruiserweight championship, and allow the king to comfortably sit on his throne. So many have tried, so many have failed. Austin Aries is not a greatest man that ever lived. He is just a man who will fall. Neville is on top of his game right now, on the Neville level as he would say. Austin Aries has been given a warning in the mind of the king of the Cruiserweights, and we'll see how he'll enact to it. Alright, well, with that ominous message sent by Neville, we'll move on. Should be very interesting now. I think there is, I gotta say, I think there is a lot of interest in that one when that comes around. Neville and Aries 2 weeks from now. Two men who are not afraid to run their mouth, but at the same time, two men who are more than capable of letting their wrestling doing the talking for them. And I think when they meet in 2 weeks, regardless of this little spat they've got going on right now, I think it's going to be a damn good matchup between those two. It is going to be a very commendable match to watch. It is going to be a very thoroughly entertaining match to watch, and I cannot wait to see who will walk out with the Cruiserweight Championship. Both have a strong chance of doing it, and whoever wins it, to be fair, they deserved it. But we're going to gloss over that for now and instead focus on a Royal Rumble qualifier that we got here tonight. Trevor Lee and Sheamus going to go one-on-one with each other. Both men a little bit out of favours in their own divisions. Both men have been unable to do anything recently in their divisions, and hoping that they can turn that around here tonight. Trevor Lee, he had an entertaining 2017. He had a good one. His peak really coming at the fact that he went in the Royal Rumble. Not the Royal Rumble. He went to Money in the Bank to try and win it for ECW. He, of course, was not the one who did that. That ended up being current World Heavyweight Champion Jinder Mahal. But now, here tonight, he stands a chance to go into the Royal Rumble, which would be a bit of a... which I think would be a good job if he could get that done. But Sheamus here tonight has the same mindset. He wants to go to the Rumble as well, and he will do practically anything to make sure that he can go to it. Like I said, you know, both these men in their own right struggling, and it's been a long road of struggling as well for Sheamus. He hasn't had a lot of success for a long time now, and he would like to turn that around ASAP. And we'll see whether or not that'll work out for him here tonight. Victory over Trevor Lee, of course he is. You saw him just standing there now. He may well be in the Cruiserweight division, but only just. He is a strong man for his weight gate, I guess you could say. He looks bigger than 205, but then in the same aspect, I guess Neville also looks like he's bigger than 205, but they managed to make it work somehow. But here is Sheamus, a man definitely over 205, and a man who would like to go to the Royal Rumble as well. Don't really know about Sheamus's stories in the Royal Rumble. I know at the pay-per-view he's had quite a lot of matches there. He won his first of 2 world titles at the Royal Rumble a long time ago, and he's already been eliminated from it by Trevor Lee, as Lee just hoofed him over the top rope to the outside there. An early count already, but Sheamus ain't interested in that one, throwing him back in the ring there immediately. Trevor Lee is going to have to do an awful lot here to overcome the weight deficit that he has to Sheamus, and also how brutal Sheamus is. But, you know, we're also having a bit of a competition here to see who's the payless between these two men, because, Jesus Christ, it is like watching 2 ghosts going at it. Just Sheamus is a very bright ghost with that ginger do of his. Counters that belly to belly there, though. Does Sheamus, and this is where his power game will come into effect. Now here come the big moves of Sheamus. Fall away slam for Lee to endure. Well across the ring he shall fly. And Lee trying to drag himself to his turnbuckle here as Sheamus just watches on right now. Lee, oh, he did not get what he wanted there. Got absolutely flattened into that turnbuckle. And let's see what else Sheamus has in mind with whatever it was. Trevor Lee found the counter to it. Running neck breaker there. Here goes Trevor Lee now, maybe, on his road to the Royal Rumble. We, of course, know there's a big list of talents already going to the Rumble. Trevor Lee hoping to add himself into that list of names, as is, of course, Sheamus. I think we have, is it half of them revealed? We got Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Sami Callihan, Rich Swann, and that may be it. Don't remember if anyone else. Oh, and Braun Strowman, of course. How could I forget him? So yeah, we do have half of our choices revealed. And right now, out of everyone revealed to be in the Rumble, Strowman, I think, is up amongst the favourites. We know almost a third of the field now. We know some of Raw's, 4 of Raw's 8. SmackDown still keeping theirs completely silent right now. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see when that one's coming around. But as for right now, focusing on this matchup, has been a bit back and forth, but Sheamus is really giving a hiding to Trevor Lee here. Hard punch in the ribs again there. Into the ribs goes Sheamus, and over the top rope he goes once again. This time he ain't going to take the tumble though. Big counter, big forearm shot as well by Sheamus, and now using his strength again. Nice power slam. Let's see what Sheamus will do from this. Looking for victory here is what he is. There is the Irish Curse backbreaker. Oh my god, 2! Oh, no way. He's going to go for another. A 3rd Irish Curse backbreaker by Sheamus. Jesus, as if one wasn't enough. Sheamus wanted to make sure he got all of them across. And now the finishing blow, maybe. Bro kick! That was on the money. And that could well be sending him to the Rumble. Trevor Lee kicks at it too, though. And Sheamus does not look best pleased by that. Trevor Lee able to kick out there. This one is going to continue on a little bit longer, much to the dismay of Sheamus, it seems. Got Trevor Lee up on his shoulders now in that powerbomb position, and look at the strength of him there, dumping him down face first into that turnbuckle, and then a hard knee into the face as well, as if that wasn't enough. But Trevor Lee is still fighting back here. This man is refusing to give in. Whoa, holy, the hell was that? I have no idea what Trevor Lee just hit there, but he certainly hit it. And Lee now going to look for the small package suplex. Brings him in. There it is. This could send him to the Rumble with 1, 2, and Sheamus kicks out as well. Man, Lee headed in at quite a big weight deficit, but he's turned that around big time here. And this crowd is starting to side with Trevor Lee now. Clothesline, off the ropes, drop kick, caught that one on the money. Sheamus could be in trouble again here. Trevor Lee not doing the wisest thing right now though. But right back up to his feet he is again here with Sheamus in tow. Went for the kick to the gut there and all. A hard blow there by Sheamus to get himself up to his feet. And uh-oh, here comes white noise. Not much luck for Trevor Lee this time. Caught with that one and may well be out on his feet here. Into the turnbuckle we go. What does Sheamus have in mind now? Putting Trevor Lee up high here. This could be one of those decisions that backfire for Sheamus. 2 hard strikes into the face there and oh no. Oh, Sheamus has something big in mind. A fireman's carry sent on all the way from that top rope. Trevor Lee may well be out of it entirely. Bro kick again. And it's busted him open. And I think that's it. He doesn't even bother to hook the legs. Sheamus is going to the Royal Rumble. Wow, he pummeled into Trevor Lee there to get that message across. Well, message sent loud and clear to everyone. Sheamus is going to the Royal Rumble and he joins 5 other ECW superstars who will oh no, Sheamus, no. He ain't done. Sheamus putting the boots into Trevor Lee now after the match. Trevor Lee has been beaten already. You beat him already, Sheamus. Wow. No need for that, but when has that ever stopped Sheamus from hitting whatever he wanted to hit? There you have it. Sheamus is going to the Royal Rumble. Trevor Lee left in a pile. And left in a pool of his own blood as well. Thanks to Sheamus. That's how we're going to kick things off on ECW, I guess. Begin as you mean to go on. It may well be. We're going to move on here to our second Royal Rumble qualifier of the night. And this one's going to be a big one, I think. Coming up next, Tomasso Ciampa and Bray Wyatt. And here we go for this one now. This is one that means a lot to this man right here. Tomasso Ciampa has done everything in his power to try and do something outside of DIY since Johnny Gargano was placed on the injured shelf by Braun Strowman a long way back. He's tried everything to get himself out there and it just hasn't worked out the way he wanted it to. Ciampa's been on a losing streak ever since then and he's looking to try and turn that around here tonight. But he's got a tough opponent to do it against in Bray Wyatt, the leader of the Wyatt family. And imagine how dangerous the Royal Rumble would be if both Strowman and Wyatt were in it. Aleister Black, of course, already preoccupied. Black will be facing Bobby Roode, who will be in action later on tonight, but he will be facing Bobby Roode for the ECW Television Championship. Meanwhile, Tomasso Ciampa says he wants to go to the Royal Rumble because it's what Johnny Gargano would want him to do. And Gargano, when he comes back, will be proud of Ciampa. He hopes. As of course he has done for a long time now. Every match that he's doing, devoting it to Johnny Gargano, his fallen tag team partner. Of course, fallen but not done yet. He will be back soon, Ciampa says. DIY, when they come back, will be back and better than ever. And nobody's going to stop them. Not even the Authors of Pain. We'll see about how true that claim remains whenever Johnny Gargano comes back. But as for right now, he's going to turn his attention way off the Authors of Pain and even off the Royal Rumble right now onto this man here, Bray Wyatt. Wyatt is a dangerous, dangerous athlete. He is a convoluted man as well. A jack of all trades, really. His mind games, even within the ring, make it obvious enough as to why he is as dangerous as he is. You know, his ability to slip into the mind of someone, his ability to break someone down internally is what sets him apart, really, from the rest. What makes him that bit more scary, I think is the right way of putting it. And of course, all the Fireflies out here in Hamilton. On the side of Bray Wyatt, guiding him to the ring. And Sister Abigail's wisdom and her beliefs wherever she is, whoever she is, may well be bringing Bray Wyatt to the Royal Rumble. Imagine what it would mean within the Rumble if Wyatt and Strowman side by side, clearing out the pacts left, right and centre, and trying to bring it down to them two as the final pairing. If that was the case, I truly think Bray Wyatt would make Strowman eliminate himself in some fashion so he could go to WrestleMania. But of course, before we can even think about a potential pact like that happening, we've got to get to the Royal Rumble, and that involves getting through this match here tonight between these two men. And Wyatt, Jesus, just exploded from the get-go there onto Ciampa, unloading away now on the poor man. I was saying about his losing streak. Well, look at this. He ain't making it easy on him. Sleeper hold stitched in here already by Wyatt. He is playing mental games already with Ciampa. Look at the Psycho Killer as he brings himself up to his feet. You're completely taken back here. But Ciampa's going to fight. Now bringing his own strikes to the table here against Wyatt. Got him dazed here. Ciampa across a cruiserweight, giving up some £100, I would say, here to Bray Wyatt, but that ain't going to stop him right now. Wyatt there with a big boot into the face of... Oh my God, look at the strength of Ciampa there. Catches him in midair, and a backbreaker brings him down. Great strength there. Pound for pound, potentially the toughest cruiserweight there is. Could be Tomasso Ciampa, and he's demonstrating it right now. Reverse STO there. And what does he have in mind now? Up to the second rope he will go. Big time elbow drop, and it always looked like it was more across Wyatt's face than his chest. Well, that ain't going to stop Bray Wyatt. Look at that, the Eater of Worlds able to counter back right away there, and a big blow into the back of his head. Bray Wyatt, he loves doing this. He loves just breaking down his opponent mentally and physically, but look at how Ciampa wills himself on you. He will not give in. Oh my goodness. But sometimes it does pay to just give up a little bit, because he is being absolutely destroyed here for the most part by Wyatt. What else does this sick, twisted man have in his mind right now? Brings him in here, and he's going to dump him down on the turnbuckle, and following it. No, he went to follow it up with that running splash again, but he missed it. Both men were just completely missing each other there. Ciampa now brings him down with a snapmare. Wrenching on the arm here now is Ciampa. Trying to weigh down Wyatt in some fashion, though I don't know how much of a technical game, how successful that can be against Bray Wyatt. Ciampa brings him into the turnbuckle here and brings him up to the top rope as well. This one, whatever he has in mind, is going to be pretty big from the top rope. A cutter there. That is one hell of a drop for Wyatt to have to endure. But Ciampa, credit where credit's due to this man right now. He ain't giving in. Hard knee into the head there, hoping it's enough to try and put away Wyatt here to send him to the Rumble. It ain't happening. Got the neck now in his grasp again, does Tomasso Ciampa, thinking of something here, really. Trying anything for the most part, but Bray Wyatt, just his ability to shut everything down is what is making this even worse for Ciampa. Big jawbreaker there. Bray Wyatt stumbling back. STO. Great stuff there by Tomasso Ciampa, and now look at this. Desperation maybe sinking in for the Psycho Killer. Perhaps his more outlandish side emerging there. With those hard strikes off the ropes, now comes Wyatt, and a collision between the two and nothing more. Oh, look at this now by Wyatt, raking his face essentially into the ropes, dumping him down. Is there anything that Wyatt won't do for victory? And here we go now. Wyatt going to bring down on Ciampa there with a hard sent-on splash. That is near £300 coming down on you. Cover here on Ciampa, but he's still kicking out. And Wyatt does not look pleased about it. But look at how Wyatt just goes back to his game plan. The simple strikes there. But Ciampa, look at this. Oh my God, Ciampa's got him here. The Fujiwara armbar. He's got it locked in. Will he tap out here? No way. Would Bray Wyatt bring himself to submit to Tomasso Ciampa? He's trying, but oh, not going to happen. Wyatt there with a really technical counter, to be fair, to get himself out of it. He's a little bit... He was gripping onto that arm there for a moment, but oh no. He might be gripping onto a spot in the Royal Rumble. Sister Abigail to Ciampa. 1, 2. Ciampa kicks out. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And Wyatt's... The way Wyatt is moving around right now speaks volumes. His confusion almost as to how Ciampa managed to kick out there. Rubbing blows into the back there, and another one to bring Ciampa down to his stomach again. What more can Ciampa do? You hard knee into the head there. Great stuff. Does Ciampa have anything else he can bring to the table right now, though, to try and send him to the Rumble? Another knee into the head of Bray Wyatt. He's just trying anything and everything here for victory. Into the turnbuckle now, and... Oh, this is... Oh, my goodness. That cutter from the top rope was something, but this is going to be even bigger. He's going to have to use all of his strength here. Look at this. Sidewalk slam from the top rope by Ciampa. Incredible. Into the cover here. Can it send him to the Rumble? Nope. Not a chance yet. Bray Wyatt still kicking out with ease. Ciampa trying to get this ECW crowd to gear up with him here. Can he hit it? Can he get what he wants here? Here we go. He's going to go for it. Going for it all. ProJaked Ciampa. Look at the strength of him there to hit that on Wyatt. Is he going to do it? Is he going to the Rumble? Yes, he is. Tomasso Ciampa has finally overcome his losing streak. He's finally overcome the struggles. Ciampa is going to the Rumble. And his expression there says it all. Tomasso Ciampa elated with himself. Almost overwhelmed. Tomasso Ciampa is going to the Royal Rumble. He did everything he could to beat Bray Wyatt, and it worked. It was a long, long time coming. And congratulations to Tomasso Ciampa on being able to pull it off. Bray Wyatt, I think, just got too cocky and too full of himself in that ring, and Ciampa made him pay for it. Ciampa goes to the Royal Rumble, whereas Bray Wyatt will have to hope that his man, Braun Strowman, will bring it home for the Wyatt family. Incredible stuff there, and well done to you, Tomasso Ciampa. But you still got a long ways to go before you can hope for going to WrestleMania. Well, there we go. We're now up to 7 competitors in the Royal Rumble, and it is a big list of 7 as well. We'll talk about that, I think, next week when we get to hopefully the finals of the Royal Rumble qualifiers. But yeah, it's going to be a great one anyway for ECW. We're looking strong, but we're going to move on here, because coming up next we have a match that will set in stone how things are looking heading into that ECW Tag Team title match 2 weeks from now. Coming up next, Apollo Crews against Akam. Well, it's going to be one of those matches that I think could, truthfully, has a strong chance to go in 50-50 either way, to be fair. And I know I'm saying that about a member of the Authors of Pain in action, but the reason I say this is because they're taking on none other than Apollo Crews, who is, in my mind, one of the stand-up performers right now, not just in the Four Horsemen, but in ECW as a whole. A true future of this brand, I believe Apollo Crews has going for him. You look at him. He has got an incredible look. He is pound for pound one of the strongest there is, I believe, in this universe as a whole. He is agile. He is bound with charisma. He has everything he needs to succeed in this universe. And with Chris Jericho leading the way for the Four Horsemen right now, and with Roddy Strong by Apollo Crews' side, I think with Roderick Strong by Apollo Crews' side, I think he's got all he needs to advance as far as he wants to in this universe. He has it all going for him right now. But he just needs that breakout thing, you know, that breakout moment. A title can do that to someone, and it may be able to do it to him in just a few weeks' time when himself and Roderick Strong take on the tag team champions managed by this man right here, Paul Ellering, who has managed the Legion of Doom in the past, one of the most successful tag teams of all time. Here come Akam and Rezar. Akam will be in action here tonight, but they are still the ECW Tag Team Champions. After destroying their way past AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels, allowing themselves to get those titles around their waists at Guilty as Charged. Their beatdown of those two men was standout and memorable in its own way, and now they head into their first title defense against the guys who became the #1 contenders on the very night that they captured those belts. Paul Ellering, since he sided with the Authors of Pain, has guided these guys into a new light, guided them to a new means of dominance, destruction. He's of course looking to do his best as well to guide them into further success with those ECW tag team titles. And if they want to get this success just off right, well, they're going to have to go through the 4 Horsemen 2 weeks from now. On the same night the Cruiserweight Championship will be defended, so too will the ECW tag team titles. I think as of right now, I don't think there are going to be any tag team title defenses on the Royal Rumble, which should be very interesting indeed when you think about it like that. But here we go right now anyway. Apollo Crews is going to start things, hopefully for him and the 4 Horsemen on their quest to the titles, by knocking off Akam. And look at the size difference. He's maybe only giving up 2 inches, but he is incredibly oiled up. Holy, like, proper oiled up. Take a look at that sheen. I'm not even too sure if Akam will be able to grab him for any moves. He might be too slippery. That is kayfabe masterpiece by Apollo Crews. And look at the strength of this man right from the bat. This is why I'm not counting him out. With strength like that being shown right from the very get-go, it is incredible to witness. Flies in there and hits a big-time, I think that was a forearm splash combination there on Akam. And he's getting himself going in pristine shape right now. Look at the strength there. I mean, come on. What an athlete this guy is. Way up there, stalling him up there. Stalling suplex to someone as heavy as Akam. Apollo Crews has it all going for him, and he's demonstrating why against one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions right now. Gotta imagine Chris Jericho backstage watching this one on, and has got to be very proud of his man, of his Horseman member in Apollo Crews. Well, here we go now. Akam has turned this one around. He wants a bit of control in this matchup. And I think that is what makes this one interesting, is Apollo Crews, before he joined the Horsemen, he was very much a singles guy. You know, he made a name for himself down in NXT, and now he's come up to the main roster, and he's basically wrestling the style he did down in NXT. Look at the strength of him there to hit that German suplex. Cover here on Akam, going to try and put him away. Only a 1 count. What's interesting here is that, Rezar now pulling off a distraction, allowing Akam to gain the upper hand here. I imagine Paul Ellering, wherever he's hiding away right now. I can't see him on camera, but I know he's at ringside. Must have geared on Rezar to make that decision. And meanwhile on the outside, Roddy Strong watching on, not getting involved, just making sure that his tag team partner knows what he's doing in that ring. And to an extent cheering him on as well. He's going to go for it again. Crews has him up again. And he's proving that he can do it far more than once. Look at the strength of this man. To hit another stalling suplex. 1 was enough, but 2 just for good measure. Kick in the back now to Akam. Roddy Strong is watching on, and he looks awful pleased about what he's seeing. And he should be, with good reason. The strength of Apollo Crews being demonstrated. This is why I believe the Authors of Pain are not going to steamroll the Horsemen in 2 weeks. Oh, and here's Rezar again, though. Look at this, distracting Apollo Crews yet again, and that may be some mistake there by the youngster, allowing the distractions from the Authors of Pain at the ringside there to get an advantage on him. allowing Ellering's mind games to work here on Apollo Crews. And it's allowing Akam back in this match, which I think is what makes it the worst part of it all. What does Akam have in mind here? Going to try and show off his strength again. Has him way up there. And into the turnbuckle we go. And then a running power slam to follow up to it. Almost a bit of a dig at Braun Strowman maybe. Well, here's looking at you, Braun Strowman maybe. But Crews is able to fight back right away. He has fought through Braun Strowman. Fought through him at guilty as charged. May have pinned Bray Wyatt on the night, but he still fought through him. I hope I said Bray Wyatt then, because if I said Braun Strowman, I'm going to sound like a bit of a knob. Up to the top rope goes Apollo Crews. Looking for something big here. He is. Oh, diving headbutt. And Akam holding his chest there for a second. I thought he was holding his throat. What will Crews look for? Oh my God, look at the strength of this man. Gorilla press slam. And the moonsault to follow up. Will that put away Akam? Yeah, no. Rezar in to make the save. And there's nothing the Crews can do. If he lays his hands on Rezar, he will be disqualified in this one. So he's got to try and stay calm here. And I think he's doing a great job of that right now. Look at that standing shooting star press, as if one impressive feat wasn't enough. Into the cover after it. Will it put away Akam? No, it won't. Akam kicks out there, and Crews looking in the eyes of Rezar with a stunned expression. I'm not sure how much of a smart idea that is. But look at how calm Roddy Strong is on the outside, just watching on, and how much trouble Akam is in on the inside. He has been getting beaten down in this one. And that may show that Akam and Rezar certainly are more tag team than singles athletes. And maybe this is why the advantage has gone to Apollo Crews in this matchup. That, and of course, his mass amount of body oil he's wearing. Elbow drop there, though, onto Apollo Crews by Akam. Well, that belly to belly really did change things. And here it goes now. The Russian leg sweep. Brings him down with it, and Akam could be looking to try and end it here. Will he get the win? There's the cover. There's two. And Apollo Crews kicks out. Usually you need the lariat that follows up, of course, with Akam's Russian leg sweep for the last chapter to get the win. And that is why Apollo Crews probably kicked out there. Great counter there by Crews. Back body drop now. Can he get something going here once again? Crews turns around Akam there with a hard shot in the face. And here comes the strength of him. Up in the air. And spins him down and around for the power bomb. Into the cover. And once more Rezar in to make the distraction. But if you notice there, Akam kicked out. So it may not have made much of a difference. Apollo Crews waited his time and goes back into the cover. Will this put away Akam? No, it won't. He kicked out first time round, and he did so again there. The distraction game playing out well, though, for the Authors of Pain right now. Oh, God, he decked the referee. Oh, well, he's up to his feet. It's fucking sharpish. He's still caught him pretty bad with a spin heel kick, and the referee for a moment was pinning Akam. Here goes Crews now, though. Unloading away once again in the turnbuckle now. Big leaping splash. Off the ropes he goes. Ducks under. What a leaping clothesline as well. And a kip up to follow suit. Crews with another standing shooting star. He's throwing almost everything at Akam. I would imagine this is enough. And it is. That may well put the Authors of Pain on their back foot heading into that tag team title match 2 weeks from now. Apollo Crews has picked up the win in this one. Good stuff there by Crews, and he proved my points as he was coming towards the ring. How strong this man is. How much you can't overlook this man. And Paul Ellering's reaction there speaks of words in itself. Apollo Crews is your winner in this one. Akam, Rezar, Ellering, they might want to keep their wits about them. Because 2 weeks from now, we may be in for something interesting. We could be in already for new ECW Tag Team Champions. We'll find out when that rolls around, but that will be an interesting thought in itself. But coming up next, we're going to see an interesting match, I believe, between two very technical wrestlers. And two very gifted athletes in their own right. At the Royal Rumble, of course, Bobby Roode will defend his championship against Aleister Black. Well, tonight, he's got to deal with the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko. Alright, let's see if anything will happen in this one. As we get underway here, the champion is going to make his way out first as well. And this may well, I think it is going to be the first time since he won the belt against his charge that he gets to actually compete in a matchup. Bobby Roode, the glorious one. Right, guys, we really need some smoke added to his entrance. Can we please get on that? It just looks a bit sad just to see a man spinning around on a plate. Sort it out, please. Anyway, Roode coming towards the ring for the first time in action since winning the belt. He was supposed to have a match. This is his first time he may actually have a match that lasts longer than a few minutes. Thinking about it, a few weeks ago, the ECW, after winning the belt, he was supposed to take on Tetsuya Naito, I believe, before being viciously attacked by Aleister Black. And then 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, he was supposed to take on Drew McIntyre one-on-one, but that was spoiled. But, by this man, he's here again, Aleister Black, going right after the champion, once more. I separated these guys, I made sure that these guys wouldn't be able to attack each other, and I guess I've been proven wrong once again. Aleister Black now has come after Bobby Roode. Oh, there's going to be hell to pay for this one, but Bobby Roode is coming back here. He's fighting right back against Aleister Black. He knew, it's almost like Roode knew this was going to happen. And he's responding in his own right. These two men have been engaged in a blood feud since before Survivor Series. Now here tonight, that continues on. These two men are going to rip each other apart this Sunday. Well, sorry, not this Sunday, at the Royal Rumble. It is going to be an all-out war for the title between these two. Someone needs to stop this. And to be fair, the only man who can is whoever walks out of the Royal Rumble with the ECW Television Championship. Because lo and behold, neither one of these two men are going to be able to keep their hands off each other until then. This has to come to an end at the Rumble. And Lord, I hope it will. Well, we were just able to clear out Black. Oh, boy. This one is, oh, boy. Well, what I was going to say was we just managed to clear out Black and Roode from continuing on their fight. But, oh, you want to talk about a fight? Well, it seems as if we've just been joined by one. The Samoa Submission Machine. Samoa Joe is here. And it seems as if what's on his mind is about last week. About when he choked out Shawn Michaels in the ring. How he hopes everyone in that matchup was watching very closely. Especially you in the back, AJ Styles. Joe, though, saying that he didn't do it against Styles. He didn't do it against Michaels just to be specific to Styles. He wants Styles to know that what happened 2 weeks ago was very lucky in his own right. But at the same time, Samoa Joe wants nothing more than to get his hands on the champion once more. And Joe is setting out the challenge. Whoever wins here tonight in the main event up next, he wants them next week. Styles, Rollins, it doesn't matter to Joe. All that matters is choking out another victim on his path to becoming ECW champion. The Nation of Violence knows no boundaries. Samoa Joe is trying to make sure that everyone has him on their minds heading into the Royal Rumble. Samoa Joe may well have choked out Michaels, but how do we know he's going to stop there? Well, the challenge has been sent out by Joe, and now I guess we're going to find out coming up next who's going to be answering it. Will it be the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, do another match with Samoa Joe, or will Seth Rollins look to overcome his loss to him a few weeks ago? I guess we'll find out. But as for right now, we've got a huge, big-time WrestleMania-worthy main event coming up right here on ECW. If this isn't proof that we are the #1 brand around here, if this isn't proof that we are on the A show, then I don't know what we need to prove you wrong. With a champion as admirable and as courageous as Seth Rollins, and with matches given away as free as you like this one, how are we not #1? That is all I have to say. You look at our competition. You look at Monday Night Raw. They have a joke as their world champion right now, and a guy who I have no commendable respect for, challenging him for his title. Here on ECW, we have 4 world-class athletes combined and locked onto one title. And the fact that we have to use, and the fact that there are 3 challengers gunning for Seth Rollins' ECW Championship shows how talented this roster is, how hunted down Seth Rollins is as well, but how incredible this roster is, and how we can put on a match like this and know that even on a pay-per-view named the Royal Rumble, even with that match on that illustrious pay-per-view, we know that we don't have to panic, because we, in our mind, can put on a match that will have everyone talking about it. And we will show you how when we get to the Royal Rumble. But as for right now here tonight, as I said, a WrestleMania caliber main event being given away to you for free. It is Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, the ECW champion. Seth Rollins coming towards the ring here with one thing on mind, and that is reclaiming his place and making sure that everyone realizes that at the Royal Rumble it may well be a fatal 4-way, but there is only one winner out of it all. And you are looking at the man right here, the man who has saved ECW, the man who redesigned, rebuilt and reclaimed it from the ground up, and I mean the ground up. The man who helped us rid ECW of the cancer that was Diamond Dallas Page at SummerSlam, and the man who is every arena we go to, wherever it is all around the world, he can take credit for the fact that he did that. I may well be the general manager of this brand, but Seth Rollins is the driving force as to why ECW is the A-show. And while it seems as if wherever we go, this crowd does not respect him, I think that is pig ignorance being demonstrated at its finest. Seth Rollins is the greatest wrestler of all time. And yet people would still rather cheer on someone like Drew McIntyre, who proved to us all that he was no match for Seth Rollins last week when Rollins took care of business and beat him in the main event before this cheap shot artist in AJ Styles decided to jump Rollins from behind. Well, there's no running here tonight. There's no hiding away. He's got to deal with him face to face, and I'd like to see how he can deal with that. We are underway anyway for this incredible main event. So let's get to it. You notice no collar and elbow tie-up. I think what happened last week had a number on Seth Rollins. It made him realize that the Phenomenal One may only be phenomenal when it comes to him being allowed to get the jump on someone. So Rollins decided maybe to get the jump on him here. This is incredible back and forth action though from the get-go between these two men. Pump handle, reversal by Rollins. Brings him down early on. This is very good stuff. Into the turnbuckle now goes Seth Rollins. Big forearm shot there. Rollins going to look to not fall victim to the phenomenal forearm here tonight, and only can nail one punch before AJ Styles pushes him back some ways. Styles with the reversal now and brings him way up and down with a single underhook brainbuster. I know that AJ Styles may not be the most respectable of athletes, but one thing that he certainly is an incredible athlete, and I will admit that right now. As for the term phenomenal, I'm not too sure about that one. That may be reserved for an artist like Seth Rollins. Great reversal there by Rollins now, and here he goes. Snapdragon suplex. Oh my god, a thing of beauty there. Did you see how quickly he hit that? Outstanding. Rollins now bringing the hard strikes into the equation here, but Styles able to kick his way out just as hard at a snap neck breaker there. Sends Rollins down. No, don't tell me he is. No, oh my god, he is. No, he's not. No, he can't be. AJ Styles in position. Oh my goodness. A springboard blockbuster. Alright, I'll admit that was amazing to witness. Looking for the fireman's carry neck breaker. Rollins counters it. Brings him down in the middle of the ring. This has been a fast-paced main event from the moment the bell rung, and it's only getting quicker and quicker right now. Phoenix Splash by Rollins. And AJ Styles better learn his place and stay down. Taking action on the arms now, trying to take away the phenomenal forearm. Trying to get that out of the equation as quickly as he likes. Rollins here. DDT there. Incredible maneuver. See the way he locked that one in as well. Made sure that Styles had no way of protecting himself. That is what AJ Styles was hoping for. A way out of that maneuver. You know, a way to make him not take as much of a, I guess, a beating from it. But Seth Rollins, being the outstanding man that he is, the incredible wrestler that he was, knew the counter. Rollins on the apron here. What are we going to see this time? Plays it simple but effective. Into the cover here. I think the first one of this matchup thus far on Styles here. And it's a kick out at 2. Rollins. Don't know why he's looking so stunned. I mean, I don't think you were done enough to finish off AJ Styles there, mate. I will be honest. Continuing on here, though, with this one right now. Another hard chop there for Styles to endure. But look at how quickly he's able to respond into the turn. Oh, come on. Hanging him out to dry there with a stun gun. Once again, the cheap shot artist that is Styles, resorting to some underhanded tactics to try and gain an advantage. Rollins would never do such a thing. Up to the second rope now goes AJ Styles, but Rollins had an idea in mind there to make sure that he wouldn't be hit with it. Didn't really work out the way he wanted it to, though. Well, that was it. Okay, I was expecting something better from AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, and all you can execute is a simple move like that. Spinning kick to the gut there. Oh, the spinning heel kick countered. AJ Styles able to bring out more than one reversal, and this is looking dangerous here. Oh, a fireman's carry brought him down with the elbow drop there. Momentum is key to that fatal four-way match at the Royal Rumble, and every win that these guys sustain on the way to there is certainly going to tilt the scales as to who the favorite will be. But remember, it doesn't matter who the favorite is on paper, it matters who the best is in the ring. And week in and week out, day in, day out, Seth Rollins is always the best in the ring. Flying clothesline there by Styles, hoping it's enough to get him the win here. Get real, AJ Styles. Big kick in the back there to Rollins, though. Look at this now. Styles with the submission. Cross armbar here. Applied onto Seth Rollins. But look at how quickly Rollins found the way to break out of that one. These two men are having one another's number right now. And it is turning into a real entertaining matchup. There's back suplex there. I think they're both looking for the prime and pristine moment to try and put it into the final gear, and it seems as if that Seth Rollins might be on his way towards that. Rollins, buckle bomb! Usually a prelude to the curb stomp, but Rollins hoping it's enough here. Will this give Rollins Samoa Joe next week? It will not. Styles kicks out at 2. And Rollins will take it to the top rope again, looking for something else this time. Hits the frog splash and into another cover here. Every time he goes for a pin, Styles has to exert more energy. And that's exactly what Seth Rollins is hoping for here, to tire out AJ Styles. It is a genius mindset, all things considered. Let's see what he's got in mind here. Styles in his clutches and down with a face buster. Everything that Seth Rollins does, he does with a purpose. He does with a meaning. And into the mat face first, and look at that. There is blood coming down the face now with a phenomenal one. Rollins knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he's getting himself geared up now to finish this one off. To let this one end. To beat AJ Styles at his own game. The cheap shot artist can succeed no more. Architects, annihilation. See you next week, Samoa Joe. Oh my. Maybe not. Maybe not yet, rather, should I say. AJ Styles kicks out at 2, and this main event continues on. Back and forth action yet again. Styles now brings in Rollins. Brainbuster. How is he able to fight back after everything he's taken is beyond me. But that seems to be the AJ Styles way of things. Styles now, calf crusher, calf crusher. But Rollins' legs underneath the ropes there. He knew where he was going, and I don't think Styles did. I think that's what made the difference. Styles there with a moonsault. Into the cover here, hoping it's enough for victory. Not even enough for a 2 count. Does he go? Oh, no. No, no, no. Lightning may well strike twice. This move sent him to this title match. This move laid out Rollins last week. Phenomenal forearm. And will it send him into next week to face Samoa Joe with an advantage? Into the cover goes Styles now with 2. And oh, yes, Rollins kicks out. Rollins has been defeated by Joe. He won't let anyone else in this fatal 4-way get the victory over him. Another moonsault there by Styles, and now these two men are really doing everything for victory here. Both have nailed a finishing move on the other. Both have kicked out. And now both might be trying anything and everything. Come on, referee, get into count. There's 2, and Raw. Styles kicks out. Yet again, Rollins, you may want to be a bit more... What are you doing? What are you doing, AJ Styles? Stupidity got the best of Styles there. His ego certainly got the best of him as well. Snap suplex though to Rollins, and as the blood pours down Styles' forehead, the fact that he's still able to fight on as well as he is, I will commend that. Into a quick cover. To be fair, way too long to get into it. But what a main event this has been. Lifting, reverse DDT now by Styles. Oh my god, whoa, whoa, whoa. Styles again. There it is, the fireman's carry, neck breaker. Will this put away Rollins? Hell no. Get real, Styles. And remember who you're sharing the ring with. But, oh, Styles is looking for anything now. Looking to break out an old favorite of his, maybe. Styles. Styles has Rollins. Styles clash to Rollins. Into the cover. 1, 2, and he kicks out again. That's my champion. But he needs to fight back right now. He's busted open as well. What a main event this has been. But there needs to be a winner in this one. Rollins gets the Phoenix Splash this time. Cover on Styles. Will it be enough? Let it be. No. God, he has tried almost everything here. But Styles is really showing up to his claim as the phenomenal one with a performance like this. Now what are we going to see? Up on the top rope, looking for the superplex here. And he gets all of it as well. And he's hoping that it's enough. He's trying any move for victory right now. And Rollins is just... Now he's the one, to be fair, being forced to kick out every moment, and it's making it harder on him. Now he recovers on the apron. Styles looking to fly, went for the 450. Rollins with a glimpse there of an opening, but somehow he couldn't capitalize on it. Come on, Rollins, you're better than this. You know you are. Counter there by Rollins. One with a forearm shot, and out. No, Rollins, this ain't smart, man. Rollins is letting his... Oh no, this is a bad thing to do. He should have kept him in the ring. Should have hit him with a curb stomp, but he isn't. He's flying through the air. Suicide dive. Onto Styles there. Both men are down now. He hit the outside hard. But I'm hoping that it's enough for victory. Will it send Seth Rollins into the warpath of Samoa Joe next week on ECW? I guess that's what we're about to find out. Big knee there to send him down, and Rollins is in position, ready to strike, ready to finish this one off. Rollins, here we go. Curb stomp. This is it. Styles is finished with 1, 2, and Styles. Oh my God. How? He kicks out again. And now Rollins is starting to get desperate, just hitting anything he can here. I don't know how he's managing it. He has been hit with Architect's Annihilation and the Curb Stomp and is fighting on. Both men have hit both of their finishing maneuvers and cannot put this match away. Styles tried for a chin lock there. Rollins got himself out of it. And a great counter there by Rollins again. Perfect timing to execute it as well. But I think both these men are worn at this point. Both these men are giving their all for victory. And again, the suplex neckbreaker lands. As he hopes it's enough to finish off Rollins. It ain't. This man has been through way too much with way too many to fall to a move like that, AJ Styles. He stumbles up to his feet, really. There's nothing spectacular right now. These two men are being worn out by this matchup, worn out by one another in the quest for victory. Styles here, he's, oh my, no, this ain't happening, the Fireman's Carry neckbreaker again. Styles is worn out here. He goes into the cover again for victory, but still cannot secure anything more than a 2 count. Rollins has been through 3 stages of hell, but he won't lose tonight to the Phenomenal One. He will not allow himself to. Pump handle gutbuster though. Rollins showed no response in it. No. He's going out to the apron again. No, please. Come on, Rollins, find a way out of this one. Phenomenal forearm hits him again. Oh my God, no. Please don't let this be. AJ Styles brings him away from the ropes. Cover on the champion for the win here tonight over the champ. AJ Styles just beat Seth Rollins. I don't know. This really does open up a can of worms right now. Oh God, AJ Styles last week, Drew McIntyre tonight. McIntyre wants revenge. He wants something in his mind, perhaps annoyed at being overlooked right now. And he's going after Styles here. Brings him down with that belly to belly there. Drew McIntyre is livid. Headbutt there to Styles. The desperation to be ECW champion is getting the better of everyone. And it's got the best of Drew McIntyre's conscience here. Deadlift gut wrench powerbomb to Styles. And he'll do it again as well. AJ Styles has a date with Samoa Joe next week, but he's got a deal with Drew McIntyre to close things out on ECW, and he is going to feel the wrath of the Claymore here tonight to close things out. Styles is your winner, but McIntyre stands tall. Drew McIntyre has lost the plot in his attempt to become the ECW champion. All 4 of these men are converging on one path at the Royal Rumble, but who will be allowed back onto the road to WrestleMania? We'll find out, but next week it looks as if it's going to be a big one. Styles and Joe and Drew McIntyre, surely in some ways he's going to be in action next week. You do not want to miss ECW. You never want to miss ECW. That'll end this episode, universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.